This is JP. He was our last t-shirt contest winner. You too could win an incredible t-shirt like him and your life could change forever. You could be ordering a coffee at McDonald's and you could hear a voice behind you that says, "I'll get that for you." You turn around and Vin Diesel is standing behind you holding out a $100 bill. "Wow," you say. "Thanks so much. That's so generous." He says, "You're welcome, and I have a question for you. How'd you like to be in the next Fast and Furious movie? We're running out of ideas and it seems like you know a thing or two about car-related entertainment." So the two of you head out to his Charger and talk about your new job in the franchise and all of your ideas about how to make the movies more realistic. The point is, this shirt could change your life, but only if you enter. Winning a Rebuild a t-shirt does not guarantee that your life will improve in any way. The scenario presented here is merely a possible outcome of an infinite amount of outcomes. Rebuild cannot be held responsible for your bummer of a life should you win the t-shirt. Nothing happens to you. Just know the t-shirt. It's free.
Alright guys, here is the new project. You may have seen one of these before on this channel. This is a 2006 Solstice.
The Pontiac Solstice was manufactured from 2006 to 2010. It was the first two-seater sports car made by Pontiac since the cancellation of the Fiero in 1988. There was a planned production of 7,000 units for 2006, but due to high demand, Pontiac increased pre-production to 10,000 units, with 2006 sales ending at 21,273 cars. The convertible version, like we have here, was the only option until 2009 when a coupe version was designed. Our Solstice has a 177 horsepower 2.4-liter Ecotec engine, but there was also a 260 horsepower 2.0-liter turbo version in the GXP models. These cars have a 0 to 60 time of around 8 seconds compared to the 5.5 seconds in the GXP model. This was the highest output per cubic inch of any GM engine manufactured at 2.1 horsepower per cubic inch. Transmission options included a 5-speed automatic and a 5-speed manual.
Prior to the Solstice, voluptuous curves of this magnitude could only be had by fiberglass-bodied cars due to the constraints of metal stamping techniques used by the automakers. But thanks to the new technology of hydroforming, much larger bends and angles could be had. Hydroforming uses highly pressurized fluids to form and shape metals. The Solstice and its sister, the Saturn Sky, were the first mass-produced cars to benefit from this technology. It's got 46,000 miles on it. And my good old buddy Paul went and got it for me since I got called into work for this week, so I couldn't get it off, but he went and got it, and not bad shape really. And I just got to noticing here where it was hit on the front, and that's the only damage on the thing. And check this out, all these scratches and scrapes, and this has a coating on there, so I think I might be able to pull that off. It's got a clear wrap. I might be able to pull that off and it'd be okay. Just fix it and use it. It doesn't look, I mean, there's some tabs that are busted. I can probably fix those and it might just go right back on there. And it's got some, you can see where this pushed in right here a little bit. I can take that off, and it's got a little dent right here. I can probably pop that out. But it's leather interior, and it's got a dead battery, so can't start it right now. But as you can see right here, this is one of the things I always look for on these convertibles. Like if this is worn right here, I mean, there's no wear at all on that seat. So low miles, good shape, manual transmission, which I love. There's one fog light in there. Hopefully there's some more stuff in the trunk. Top is like perfect condition. I don't see any rips or snags or anything on that thing. And it has got an aftermarket rear valance and some kind of massive exhaust there. I don't know, I have to look up, see what that is, but I'm sure that was very expensive because the stock ones just have one pipe that comes out on the side. Andy can put a picture up of what they look like stock. But once we clean this up, man, this thing ought to be really super clean and nice. Oh, miles. So there's going to be a little tweaking we have to do to the, like right here. You can see that's poked out a little bit. I'm sure there's, let's have to see what all is involved in that. Those might need to be painted. Somebody took good care of this thing. So anyway, let's get a jump pack, get it started, and get it off the trailer. Okay, so I just popped up the arms on the back here, and it looks like we got a fender liner, which is tore up, but we also have a floor mat. Those are like $50 every time you have to buy those things. So what else we have? All right, the other fog light, we'll see if it's busted. There's reflectors. Ah, check that out. That's the air pump that you're usually missing in these things. The other one was missing. We also have the grills. These are aftermarket metal ones. One of the other one was plastic. But that looks like almost everything we need. This is busted. Tell if that's just a busted bulb in there or what. Look at that. But anyway, when we get it all apart, we'll be able to see exactly what it is. This thing's really clean. It sounds really good. Really quiet up here. Also forgot to mention that, I don't think I mentioned it, that in the Solstice there are no warning lights at all. Nothing but mileage and nothing. So that's awesome. We don't have to do anything except cosmetic stuff on this one. And this interior is awesome too. Alright, before we start really digging into this thing and tearing it apart, I think we need to clean it up. So I'm gonna get it outside and we'll wash it down and get all the filth and grime off of this thing, and then maybe we can see a little bit better what this paint story is. And just wash all this engine and everything else while we're at it. So let's get to it. That's the keys to this thing. Hey Andy.
Yeah.
You seen the keys to Solstice? I can't find them anywhere.
No, I haven't seen them. Where were they the last 5 times that you lost them?
Found it. Found it. Found it. Found it. Found it. Found it.
You're always leaving your keys in the last place you did something. You do a job and then you leave your keys there for whatever reason. I worked really hard to make you this beautiful key dish and you don't even use it.
Wait a minute. I did use it. Found it. All right, so now that we've got this thing cleaned up, I think we can start tearing into the front of it and get that bumper removed and then see what kind of damage is back behind that. Looks to me like the hood is okay, but we're definitely gonna have to repaint it. It's just got, I think this is maybe been wrecked before. You can tell, try to get it on the camera here, but the orange peel is not factory for sure. Especially down here, it's pretty rough. Where all the back, like the doors and the back and all that, you can tell are factory. So I think we're gonna have to repaint this anyway, and we'd have to fix this little spot here anyway. So we'll do that. Let's start by taking off the front bumper and these two little fender pieces, because I know like there's a dent down there in that lower part of that one, and it just needs to be taken out and checked over. All right, so I've kind of seen a little bit what's going on here. You can see this piece right here has been knocked forward somehow enough to break this right here apart. So I need to, that's just plastic. So I think I can plastic weld that, but this needs to be bent back so that lines back up. And then this whole area here that's got all these supports that hold the inner fender liner, the bumper, a bunch of different little things that you can tell are bent. This bracket right here is bent pretty bad, so I'll probably take all that off and put it in a vise and straighten it. But I think this side is savable. This is the other side of that, which was in the trunk. So it is just knocked all over the place. I'd say I'd be better off trying to find another one of those instead of trying to straighten that. Might be able to do it, but I don't know. We'll see how expensive they are. And I don't see anything else. Like over here, this is not broke out. This bracket right here needs to be straightened a little bit. Most of this is just straightened. So let's go ahead and get the fenders off and we can see what's going on back behind there. So I don't really see any damage back behind these fenders. Looks like just the fenders are all any kind of damage. So, and it's not bad. I mean, there's a dent right here, a little slight dent right here, and then up underneath where they've just ground it out over time, hit stuff underneath them. Right here, scratches. So most of that's just gonna be sanding it down and fixing the little dents. So that's not a big deal. Same way over here. So I could just, everything's okay back behind there. So this inner fender liner is busted and somebody has zip tied it back together at one point. So I'll get another one of those ordered. So need two inner fender liners. I might beat around on that a little bit and see if I can get it straightened up. And then I'll take that apart and straighten what I can on that. But I know I'll have to order a bumper. Here's this bumper. It's just got quite a few broken tabs on it. I mean, you could fix it. Here's the pieces that came off of it. Looks like that was over here. Those were plastic welded on there at one time. You can see it's got busted something right here. Same way with off the side. Yeah, that was the... So it really just needs to be replaced. This is the original, or original GM one though. It's got the GM tag on it. So replace that, and then I don't know what went underneath. There was some kind of splash guard or something that went up underneath the motor, so let's try to figure out what that was. So all the rest of this stuff is here, except there's one busted fog light. I gotta order that. So get that stuff ordered, and then I'll just be doing body work. Well, guys, that's all the time we've got for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Get to see our new build, and also next week we've got another new build coming. So stay tuned for that. And we are going to have a t-shirt giveaway this week. So if you have to be a subscriber, and if you'll comment in the comment section down below, Solstice, you'll be entered to win, and we'll send you a t-shirt. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you like it, and share us with your friends. See you next week.
And always remember, don't retire it if you can rebuild it. See you guys next week. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in and watching this week's episode of Rebuild It. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any awesome content. Have a good one.